Hidden wisdom, the knowledge buried beneath the veil of time. Friends, have you ever thought that when we look at ruins, touch old buildings, forgotten books, and stones covered in dust, we are not just looking at history, but actually feeling another hidden world behind it? It is a world not alive in bricks and stones, but in thought, emotions, dreams, philosophy, and wisdom. This is the wisdom that got buried under the veil of time. But it never ended. And today, we are setting out on that very journey of wisdom. Welcome to Chronicles of Time. Today, we will search for the wisdom that past ages gave us, but we forgot. Why does wisdom get hidden? This question has disturbed humanity for centuries. Why does every civilization leave behind a treasure? And why does that treasure get lost with time? The truth is that every civilization leaves behind its experiences, beliefs, successes, and failures as an inheritance for the next generations. But this inheritance is not always locked in books or stones. Often, the powerful hide it, sometimes to preserve their control, sometimes to enslave people, and sometimes to conceal their own mistakes. That is why the world is still searching for many secrets. Inside the pyramids of Egypt, there are not just stones, but patterns of thought that amazed humanity thousands of years ago. Wisdom never truly dies, it only gets hidden. The lost wisdom of Europe. The libraries of Europe, especially in Britain, Italy, and France, still preserve manuscripts inside old monasteries and churches that have been locked away for centuries. These contain not only religious writings, but also secrets of life, mysteries of the universe, and traces of the inner journey of man. For example, the writings of Hermes Trismegistus, considered a blend of Egyptian and Greek wisdom, became the foundation of European philosophy and the Renaissance. They told us, the universe is a mirror, and a similar world is hidden within man. The true purpose of wisdom is not power, but balance. The one who understands his soul survives every storm of time. Amazingly, many of these ideas still seem ahead of modern philosophy. Greek philosopher Plato spoke of the world of ideas, and today neuroscience speaks of similar inner maps of the brain. The hidden wisdom in America's dreams. In America's history, we see that thinkers and leaders emphasized freedom, selfhood, and dreams. But behind those dreams was also a wisdom that kept the nation alive. Abraham Lincoln once said, "Nations are not kept alive by the sword, but by their principles." These words were not just political slogans, but echoes of ancient wisdom. The same thought tells us that man does not live only for himself, but leaves a path for those who come after. That is why when a nation holds on to its true wisdom, it survives. And when it forgets it, it collapses. The story, the words of a treasure. It is said that once in an old town in Britain, a house was being repaired. When a wall was broken, a locked chest was found behind it. Everyone thought it would contain gold, jewels, or coins. But when it was opened, only old diaries were inside. People felt disappointed at first, but when they began to read them, they were astonished. Inside was written, "Man's greatest enemy is his forgetfulness. The lesson he does not learn, he is forced to repeat." This sentence, even after centuries, still shakes us, because it is not just a writing, but a mirror showing us where we stand. Philosophy and wisdom. Swiss psychologist Carl Jung once said, "The inner world of man is the greatest library. If we only look outside, read books, and collect things, but never look inside ourselves, then true wisdom will never be found. According to Jung, every man's dreams, fears, desires, and questions are like a book only he can read. When civilizations forget their inner world, they lose their most precious books. That is why we see that behind the fall of every great nation, this secret is hidden, that they forgot their own insight. When the Roman Empire was at its peak of power, its philosophers and thinkers taught balance, justice, and moderation. But as pride grew, those teachings were left behind. The result was collapse, and wisdom was buried under the veil of time. The same happened with the Mughal Empire. In the courts of Akbar and Jahangir, philosophy, arts, and wisdom flourished. But later, only wars for power remained, and wisdom was pushed aside. So downfall always comes when a nation loses its true wisdom. A lesson for today's world, friends. Today we are also caught in the same cosmic principle. We have endless information, but lack wisdom. We have fast internet, but no peace in our hearts. We have wealth, but our relationships are breaking. We have power, but no humility. These are the same mistakes ancient civilizations made. True power does not lie only in knowledge, but in its right use. If knowledge brings arrogance, it leads to destruction. But if it brings humility, it keeps man alive. This is the message ancient civilizations are giving us. The arrogance of power always destroys, but humility saves mankind. Today's message, friends. If we rediscover this hidden wisdom and give it a place in our lives, we may be able to avoid repeating the mistakes of past civilizations. Remember, wisdom does not live in bricks, but in hearts. Wisdom is not in books, but hidden in experiences. And wisdom may be buried under the veil of time, but it can never end. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel Chronicles of Time so you can receive notifications of every new video on time. Our next video will be on the language of ruins, secrets hidden in stones that still live today. In this video, we will see how ancient ruins still speak to us in their silent language. So, stay connected with Chronicles of Time